What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we've got our first look at War Machine in the Marvel Champions Living Card game. This is, of course, one of the ones which was leaked on April Fool's Day that people did not believe, and it turns out they're all coming true. It's just weird getting a leak like that on April Fool's Day. Now, once again, we've got a brand new hero, and once again, the designers have done a phenomenal job making sure this is going to feel different to all the other characters, while also feeling appropriate to the actual character itself. I love it. The designers of this game continue to do a phenomenal job. So what do we see from War Machine? Well, we've got stats of 1 thwart, 2 attack, 2 defense. For what it's worth, the average is 222, so this isn't great. It's bad at thwarting, not good at anything else, bad start. But we do have a skill locked and loaded. After you change into War Machine, your hero form, you place 5 ammo counters on War Machine. Okay, that seems like something which is going to come back. We then got a hand size of 5, hit points of 10, which is what we would expect from a character like War Machine. Over in Alter Ego mode, we got a recovery of 3, which is standard. Hand size goes up to 6, which again is expected. Hit points is the same. But you have an action that says you may choose a War Machine card in your discard pile and shuffle it into your deck. Love it. Absolutely love it. All the characters obviously come with their 15 card decks as standard. Now you're telling me that I can get the best card of that back. I love it. It's really good. It means you are going to keep running into those particular War Machine cards that you want to keep running into very regularly. This is a wonderful thing. But when you switch to James Rhodes, you have to discard each ammo counter from your identity. So basically, you flick to War Machine, you get 5 ammo counters, flick to James Rhodes, you lose them. Something must be going on here, and it probably won't surprise you to know that this is the hook of War Machine, and War Machine's cards play around with these kind of ammo counters. Now, if you want to get more of them, might I suggest Munitions Bunker? There's an alter ego action that lets you exhaust Munitions Bunker to place 2 ammo counters on it, and a hero action that lets you exhaust it to move the ammo counters to War Machine. So now we got 2 ways of generating these ammo counters. We can flick to War Machine, or we can build these up in alter ego mode and then move them over when we become War Machine. Awesome! But can we do something with them now? Yes. Yes, we can. Shoulder Cannon. It's got a hero action that lets you exhaust it to deal 1 damage to an enemy, but you may then remove 1 ammo counter to ready it. And this doesn't say limited to once during your turn, etc. So essentially what you can do is just deal a damage and you exhaust, remove an ammo counter, deal a damage. Essentially keep removing ammo counters and doing damage equal to your ammo counters. That sounds kind of fun. And it basically means that when you flick to War Machine, you're going to be doing an extra 5 damage. This seems pretty good. This seems like it is going to build up very, very quickly indeed. This sounds awesome. But we can do better, ladies and gentlemen. How about the 1-cost event targeted strike? You remove an ammo counter from War Machine to remove 3 threat from a scheme. Basically, it's a 1-cost event that removes 3 threat. That is extremely efficient. Just make sure you've got an ammo counter that you've saved ready to use it. Or how about Scorched Earth? Remove 3 ammo counters to deal 3 damage to each enemy in play. If you've got lots of minions that are swarming against you, especially if they're lower HP minions, you can take all of them out at once. Now, it's a 3-cost event that also costs 3 ammo counters, but this is kind of the hook here. You've got to build up your ammo counters. Sure, you can just spend them all on Shoulder Cannon, dealing a bunch of damage. There are certainly going to be times you want to do that. That is going to be the best move on some turns. But then you got stuff like Targeted Strike for thwarting and Scorched Earth for spreading damage, which are going to be good as well. Or maybe you want to do more than 1 damage per ammo counter. Might I introduce Full Auto? A 2-cost event hero action where you remove 4 ammo counters from War Machine to deal 8 damage to an enemy, and it does gain overkill there, so if you take out a minion, that extra damage will go over to your villain, which is clearly a good thing. So like I've said, you can just sit there playing around with shoulder cannon some turns. That is going to be an excellent plan, but there are going to be plenty of turns where we can do better. Yeah. Oh, and I should mention at this stage that you're a leadership character out of the bat, so we're going to be expecting a bunch of allies, and basically it seems to be we're just collecting allies from the core set. Because the signature ally, and this is not a leadership card, this is a War Machine card, is Iron Man. Yeah, that's right. Iron Man's coming in as an ally here. And what we've got is 2 thwart taking a damage, 2 attack taking a damage, 3 cost, 3 health. In terms of stat line, this is pretty much what I'm looking for. It's not that expensive, your cost is not higher than your health, and you're doing 2 thwart or attack taking a damage each. That's good for me. But after Iron Man enters play, you search your deck and discard pile for a tech upgrade and add it to your hand. Bearing in mind we've seen some really good upgrades, like for instance shoulder cannon, that you are definitely going to want to recover. So this is wonderful. Incidentally, in terms of cards from this deck, that's the only one we've been shown. In the reveal, it's the only one we've been shown, it's the only one we've seen. But this is still a pretty good one. It means if it's removed for whatever reason, or you can't draw into it, or there's something else you want to get, you can either get that, or you can get Iron Man. Either way, this seems pretty gosh darn good to me. Moving over into proper leadership cards, we've got T'Challa, we've got Black Panther, 4 cost, 4 health. I like that, but it's getting a little expensive. And then 2 thwart, taking 2 damage, or 2 attack, taking 2 damage. So I'm not loving this very much at all. I don't like taking 2 consequential damage. You're not doing any more than Iron Man does here, but you basically get 2 uses before this 4 cost ally has gone down. It's not making me happy. I'm not loving it. However, after Black Panther enters play, you may choose a leadership event in your discard pile, attach it to Black Panther face down, and then at any point you may play it as if it were in your hand. Now, I'm not entirely sure why it needs to be face down. We're talking about a cooperative game. You don't need to hide information from your allies, but this is still kind of cool, right? And this is what makes Black Panther good. Because what you don't really want to do is just use Black Panther to essentially 4 cost and you thwart for 4, and the 2 consequential damage really hurts me, right? Because generally what you want to do, something like Iron Man, you thwart or attack for 2, then you thwart or attack for 2, you've got 1 health remaining, so then you just wait until there is a big attack and you block with Iron Man or defend with Iron Man, and then you don't take that damage. That's how most of us treat allies most of the time. Well, Black Panther, you don't get to do that. Because you thwart or attack for 2, and then you can either do that again, or you can defend, but either way, that's it. You lose it. You lose that card, and it sucks. But don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, because you've got this extra event you can play, that's the hook of Black Panther, that's what makes it good. And if that's not enough allies that are characters from the core set, how about Captain Marvel? Now here we've got a 5 cost, 4 health. No. 5 cost allies are hard to get into play, because a lot of the time in hero mode you've only got 5 cards in your hand, so if one of them's Captain Marvel, you're going to need a double resource just to play her as the only card for your turn. That hurts. And you've got more costs than health. That hurts. I like the 2 thwart taking a damage. I like the 3 attack. But I don't like taking 2 consequential damage. Again, go back to Iron Man. 2 attack taking 1 damage. That is better than 3 attack taking 2 damage. So I'm looking at Captain Marvel. I'm not loving this. But there's a really nice response. When Captain Marvel enters play, you discard the top 4 cards of your deck. If you discarded a printed energy resource, you deal 3 damage to an enemy. And if you discarded another one, you also get to stun them. So again, this is very much a deck building trick here. If you can get enough energy resources into your deck, this is going to fire more often than not. And when you play Captain Marvel, you're going to be dealing damage and stunning. This is awesome. However, still pretty expensive. Hey, might I introduce Sneak Attack? A 1-cost event that lets you choose an ally in your hand that shares a trait with your identity. And just to be clear, War Machine has got 2 traits. They are Avenger and Soldier. So it would be an ally that has either Avenger or Soldier as a trait. Either of those would be quite fine. And you get to put it into play for free. Well, okay, you're paying the 1 cost for Sneak Attack, and you're losing the card in your hand to play it. But that's cool. It means that in order to play Captain Marvel, all you need to do is play this card, play Sneak Attack, pay 1 resource, and then play Captain Marvel. It's essentially like you're paying 2. But I am absolutely okay with that, because Captain Marvel should be a 5 cost. This essentially becomes a 2 cost. I know you're only really paying 1 for Sneak Attack, but you are also playing Sneak Attack, so you're essentially paying 2 resources. Now, you do lose it at the end of the turn, so the ally you play with Sneak Attack, it's lasting a turn and then it's gone. So essentially, when you're playing Sneak Attack, we are looking for expensive allies with good play skills. I.e., it is perfect with Captain Marvel. Phenomenal with Captain Marvel. Play Sneak Attack, pay 1 extra resource. Go for it, ladies and gentlemen. Go for it. Now, we have one other card that we have seen. It is Go Down Swinging, a 0-cost event that lets you discard an ally you control, dealing damage to an enemy equal to that ally's printed cost. And now we can see there is a phenomenal combo going on with Sneak Attack. Because you play Sneak Attack, use it to play a really expensive ally, something like Captain Marvel, super cheaply. Then you play Go Down Swinging, because you know what? You are losing Captain Marvel at the end of the turn. That is happening. So why not pay nothing to deal 5 damage to an enemy? I cannot be the only one that likes that. Incidentally, just to clarify with Sneak Attack, it is the end of the phase where you lose the ally, so no, it will not be around during the villain phase to block. Your ally is going away. The combo with Sneak Attack and Go Down Swinging is, frankly, phenomenal. And yeah, it's going to be one that I'm going to be using. I'm excited, ladies and gentlemen. I am absolutely excited. Now, the article doesn't actually give us a release date for War Machine, and unfortunately, I am not seeing a release date on the pre-order page either, which is genuinely kind of upsetting. We don't know when War Machine's actually dropping. However, we do know that Mad Titan Shadow, the next big box, is dropping in August. We know the next one coming after that is Nebula, which is presumably September. We don't know. So I'm going to go ahead and assume that War Machine is October. That is not confirmed. Let's be 100% clear. We do not know that for a fact, but I do think that is a sensible prediction to make. Not confirmed, not a fact, but a sensible prediction to make. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to play differently to all the others that we've seen, and I love this. I think this is absolutely brilliant and wonderful and amazing. Once again, the card designers continue to give us new characters that are gonna play differently to everything else, and I just remain in awe of what a great job they're doing. And once again, I am very, very excited. For anyone that's wondering, yes, I know I am a little bit behind on my Marvel Champions reviews. I'm very sorry, but I'm playing a bunch of it at the moment. I promise you I'm going to start catching up soon. For now, I want to know what you think about this, so let me know in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk Marvel Champions and a bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCGradio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing is always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wasi Plays.